If you asked me when I started this how many frats would come, I would have said none. But now it's like all frats. All frats and bachelor party. Showtime.
Oh, we got a show to do. What's up? It's a Thursday night live stream. I'm Dave. It's a Too Much Dip podcast. We're back. You know, we've been saying for a long time that football season could not get here soon enough, and look at us. We're here. We're doing it. Dylan Shivery to my left, your right. What's up? I don't know.
You're gonna have to keep that still, okay? Parks is sitting next to me. Hey, man. First of all, let me crack my adult bevy. Ooh, I got some on the screen there. It seems like just yesterday I was looking at your handsome faces doing this, but man, it's been a long time. Glad to be back.
Ooh, that's a cocky sip he just took, too. Wow, this guy's in the zone.
You know what? Not bad.
Really?
Not,
Okay.
Not so bad.
Give him the pub. Who cares? Down below me, here's a guy. Here's a guy who's live from Epcot. It's KJ. Live from the golf ball. What are you drinking?
Pardon me while I take a little sip of this ape shit cuts really quick.
Let's go.
I will never actually open that up. I think I mentioned that I would one episode, and David's like, "What's the payoff there? Like, you're just gonna have heart palpitations for about 3 hours minimum after you do the show. Like, what's the
Facts.
what's the upside here?" And I'm like, you know what? Thanks for that. I needed that. Need that bit of sincerity, gentlemen. I'm thrilled to be here. I have no idea what I'm doing here, so look for me to brick all sorts of drops, nail all sorts of picks, and just all around have a good time.
I noticed that there's someone in the comments with the name Fading Dorn.
Ooh.
A, I don't
Good
appreciate
band name.
that.
Good
B,
band name.
B, I believe Dave is the one you should be fading, sir or
Why
ma'am.
don't you suck it, dude?
So, look who's in the chat. It's noted New York Times best-selling author, W.R. Bolin.
That's him. We'll
Yeah,
bring him in a minute. But
that's
do you
the
guys,
guy.
do you mind if I give a shout out to our good friends and sponsor at the DraftKings Sportsbook? Can you believe we've had 7 months without an NFL game? Crazy, right? Well, good thing that's over. NFL is here at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, is giving you a can't-miss offer for Week 1. This week, new customers can get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5 on any NFL game. DraftKings is hooking everyone up with game day greatness. All customers can take advantage of 2 new offers every single time, every single game day this September. Check the app to see what you got. Download now and use code WASH to sign up. New customers can take home $200 in bonus bets instantly just for betting $5. That's code WASHED, WASHED, only on DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. The crown is yours. See show notes for details. All right. We got to bring them on. People tuned in for one reason and one reason only. Well, 2. First, to fade Dorn. Second, to see New York Times best-selling author, allegedly the king of frat. It's Ross Bolin.
Hey, I made it. I'm here. I did it.
You think you can out frat me, dude?
I really don't. What is that?
Just a lot of noise, a lot of extra noise. I have no idea what my levels are like on y'all's end, so we're just gonna roll with it.
I'll tell you, you're
board-
a little high. You sound good though.
The board's you sound good. The board always sounds terrible in my headphones, but I think it sounds okay in post. That's a term in the industry.
Are you in the office, Dave? Like the office?
Yeah, I don't even go home. I don't even see my family anymore. I'm just chasing the bag.
You're just making picks, dude.
Yeah, this is what I do now. I'll probably sleep up here tonight, honestly.
So we're here to talk baseball leading into the playoffs. That's what we're doing.
You piece
No,
of shit. You
no one's
dirty
paying
piece of
attention.
Are you
shit.
sure? I put on all the baseball gear for this.
No one's paying attention.
Oh,
It's
that's
football season.
Bill,
Oh, football.
DraftKings specifically said if this guy mentions baseball, he's got to go. Hey, and Ross, guess what? That's strike one, buddy.
Okay, well, I'll check myself before I wreck myself.
what's
Hey,
new, Billy? Talk to us, man.
Not much, man. I've got 6 Zyn pouches in right now. I'm ready for the big game tonight. You know,
Feels like a lot.
That's the way I get my buzz on. You drink your adult bevies. I just shove a bunch of Zyns in my mouth and look like a squirrel. And I've been trapped in my house all day. I haven't left at all. Just crunching numbers, trying to come up with the best possible picks for the people here on Too Much Dip. And I've got my entire house is sick with a cold, me included. So it's been a real blast. I'm having fun. Stoked on watching P. Mahomes get out there tonight. Who are they playing?
Detroit.
Come on.
Lions.
Detroit. Earlier when I was making my pick, which I won't share yet for the sake of suspense, I was asking myself, who is the quarterback for the Detroit Lions? Do any of you know?
I do, surprisingly.
What's his
Yeah,
name?
It is Jared Goff is the man's name.
Let's not
Okay.
golf.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's still doing it, huh?
He's still slinging it, man. He can really spin it, though. He's supposed to have a break. He's supposed to throw for like 60 touchdowns this year. That's the thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Hey, Ross.
Yeah.
That's a great question, Landry.
That is a good question.
The Astros destroyed the Rangers so badly that we just called up our number one prospect.
So we did you a favor.
Well, it was partially injury related, like obviously, but it's like okay, this week this is it. So it's either going to work out really, really well or really, really poorly. Doesn't really matter though. No one watches baseball.
I'll just say this about baseball before we move on: that there's still a lot of games left, Dave. I don't know if anybody's told you that. A lot of baseball left to be played, and from series to series, baseball fans are the dumbest sports fans in the world. They overreact to everything. We just got swept by the Yankees, and then we swept the Rangers. We went from the entire fan base saying we weren't going to make the playoffs, we should fire our manager, and start shipping guys, to thinking we're going to win the World Series in a matter of 5 days. So, it is what it is.
It's a fickle beast. A great
Yeah.
game. What?
You see who's in the chat? Oh, Klein.
Hey, Klein.
Friend of the
Oh.
show.
Hey, Kleiner.
What's up, dude?
Right.
Where do we begin? Where do we begin with the content? We've got a lot of content here. I have a question really quick about my combine because yes, as Dylan noted earlier, I picked games rather poorly last year. Some might say mighty shittily, historically bad even. I do owe a combine video, and that's going to get done. Here's the only issue I'm having, and this will sound like an excuse. I have a wicked case of sciatica, and I don't think I can. I don't think I can,
What?
in good faith. I cannot sprint, dude.
How is this the first we've heard of this?
It's
I
not.
see
I've
you-
said it multiple
I
times.
see you every day.
I talked to Randy about it yesterday. Literally, he can vouch for me. I mentioned this after the meat stream.
Wait, as if Randy's like the medical professional in which you told Randy, so all of a sudden we should believe it because you told Randy Trimbacki.
For
There are
those who
people
don't, obviously
in the
I know
chat.
what sciatica is, but for those who don't know at home, can you explain what exactly you're experiencing?
It's like a locust, right?
The sciatic nerve, it runs down your back, down through your hamstring, down your leg. I have it in my hamstring, and I got rid of it years ago. It came back when I was running routes in your backyard, and it doesn't really bother me until I sit for a long time or I try to sprint. I'm going to do it anyway, but I'm just letting you know we're probably not
Dude.
getting sub 5.
You step on my home turf, you're gonna get wrecked, man. That's just what happens.
Sciatica is the same reason that Dorn never bleached his 2-hole.
That's right.
Thank you,
It's
Ross.
it was acting up. I was actually had an appointment booked. I was getting out of bed and like, oh, sciatica. Couldn't do it, man.
Yeah.
Tough.
You'll need to
scene.
get one of those backiotomies or find somebody to
Okay.
take that out for you.
That's what the
Okay,
doctor said I
KJ.
needed.
He made it horny like he does. That's his thing.
You just said people get erect in your backyard.
No, I said you get wrecked, fool.
All right, well, I didn't know that. Hey, Bill, man.
Yeah.
You had some tweets, and I probably should have pulled the tweet, but it didn't sound like you were too proud to be a Texas State Bobcat right before the game. I just want you to address that, see if you want to walk it back at all now that we're the number 25 team in the country, or will be in 2 weeks.
Yeah. So obviously that was bad timing. I was low on the Cats, as I always am, as everyone I know always has been, because we've had like maybe 3 important games in the history of the program. Most of them were in the old what was the division we used to be in? It was
D1 AA, shout out to Barrick Neely, greatest quarterback in program history.
that guy. Well,
Chase Watson.
until now, possibly. But yeah, we came out and beat the Baylor Bears, and I watched 0 snaps of that game. I've been to 3 Texas State football games, I think, in my life, all during my super senior year. I tailgated every week with everybody, but we didn't go much because it was like watching bad high school football.
Okay.
It was embarrassing, and now we finally won it. It's nice to have something to be excited about, though,
Ross,
if you're a Bobcat
Ross.
fan.
We were at T-State at the same time when we made it to the semifinals. Back then, because D1 AA famously had a playoff.
Yeah,
We made it. Not going to name names, not going to add our former coach, who may have also coached at
Terrible.
Rice, but played for overtime, lost it there. We had the best player in D1 AA, Barrick Neely, the aforementioned Barrick Neely, who was training with Vince Young in the offseason. We're like, dude, we got fucking Vince Young Jr. And yeah, whatever, not that big of a deal. But do you remember that game where we chanted F Cal Poly? I could cuss, fuck Cal Poly, and we're like, this is so white trash that we're doing this.
I remember it because my friend Will, after the end of the game, which was, as you noted, there was some poor coaching involved. He threw his TV out of his dorm room window without checking to see if there were people below. He could have committed a murder. But nobody died. The TV exploded. It was like 3 stories. But yeah, I remember that vaguely.
Okay. Yeah, too bad he didn't put that on TikTok. He would have gotten all the views.
No, it didn't exist yet. This was in the 80s.
Oh, we have fun. Oh, dude, thank you, Mr. Martinez, for noting that I do chase the bag.
Convenient cherry picking there. I see that we've got a couple other things on the slate focused on college football. One being Coach Prime, the other Bama, Texas. I don't want to cuck our entire rundown here, but do we want to do any of the NFL talk or save that for the good people on Monday?
The only NFL note that I want to bring up.
Go ahead.
No, go. I was just going to say the AT&T brand activation with the Cowboys that just launched with the interactive Jerry Jones. I don't know if anybody saw that. I quote tweeted it. I just want to say that my pick to win the Super Bowl is putting out that shit. So
Can you briefly explain? I saw it. I just would like to hear you tell people who don't know what you're talking about what they launched.
it sucks. It's just like a group of people, and they're asking questions to an AI Jerry Jones. And the question they ask him is, why did you partner with AT&T? It sucks. It stinks. That's our GM. But we're going to win the Super Bowl.
But it's AI Jerry, which has got to be better than real life Jerry.
It's certainly more succinct, yes.
Well, I would probably have to jump in here, be tinfoil hat guy, because if you just do a quick search of AT&T Jerry Jones, the first 3 things that pop up is Jerry Jones being sued for 2018, where he forcibly grabbed a woman and kissed her on the mouth. Suit was dismissed in 2020. Appellate court's allowing it to continue. So that's as of like an hour ago. So shout out to AT&T for having his back. Like, no, fuck it. Launch the campaign. We were saving this for Sunday. Get it out there now.
Yeah, he's one of those bulletproof guys that people don't
tremendous.
seem to care how much he sucks, either at his job or in life. He just keeps on rolling, and now there's AI Jerry.
You just expect it at this point. One of those comes out every couple of years, it feels like, with Jerry.
You think
Yeah,
AI
then you
Jerry
get
is as
half
horny
off at Miko.
Is he as horny as real Jerry?
AI Jerry is hornier
Dude,
than real Jerry,
A
for sure.
level of horniness that we haven't seen before. It's become sentient. Self-aware horniness. It's just not good at all.
I mean, not my usual demographic, but I might dig up the Google Cardboard glasses just to see what some AI Jerry might look like. And
I'm thinking about switching to
in his
AT&T.
mode.
I'm gonna switch my provider to AT&T because of AI Jerry.
Hey, I just want to note that Coach Prime looks cool as fuck on the sidelines. I don't care if he doesn't keep it up. That was awesome. There's a lot of controversy over the sunglasses amongst my friend group. I think they look sick. That's his bit. And I couldn't love it anymore.
He's
They're
got
kinda
swag, Dave. He's got swag. You can't take that away from him. Got a good thing going down there or up there. But yeah, the chain. Is he rocking the chain too outside the sweatshirt? What is he doing? Does it say Prime? What does it say on it?
I don't know if he had it on during the game, but certainly like in social media and whatnot, he's rocking the chain. I love what he's doing, dude. I think that's like, this is what I always wished Texas State would do. Like go out, spend an outrageous amount of money on somebody that can actually bring attention to the program and get people excited. We've never done it, but apparently we have like a good young coach or something going. We don't have to talk Texas State, Dave. Nobody wants to hear it.
What's his name, Ross?
I don't fucking know.
You don't know GJ Kinney?
GJ.
It's
DJ.
a notable name in Texas, but you can't say it like everyone around the country is just fucking
I call him
boosted up on
G.
GJ.
He's
What is
former Eagles
GJ
great.
for?
Gary John. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, anyway, Coach Prime is
David's-
awesome. I made the mistake of I saw the line and I was like, oh, TCU is gonna mop these dudes, and I bet TCU minus 21 like a fool, and then I sat there, and by the end of the first half, I was rooting against my own money, because who can root against that? His kid is the quarterback. It's like a stupid bad movie. Like
Yeah.
they've got a two-way player who's like followed him from Jackson State to Colorado at Boulder, and now they're ranked after 1 week.
Hand up. I had no idea how good his kid was at quarterback. I don't know, when he was coming out of high school, I don't remember him being like a name that was getting recruited by, like the top programs in the country.
He completed like 38 passes.
Of course, he goes to Jackson State and he does well there, but it's like, all right, but that's Jackson State. Like, how is this going to translate to like real big time college football? The dude absolutely lit it up week 1, so he might actually be legit.
Did you see the stat that last year they had 2 receivers all year long go 100+ yards receiving in a game, and then week 1 they had 4 receivers with over 100 yards receiving, one of which was the dude who also had an interception. What's his last name? Hunter?
Travis Hunter.
Yeah, that guy.
He's sick.
That guy's a freak.
I think I'm all in on Colorado, except for I feel like it's kind of now become like the co-opted. I don't know. People are pretending Colorado's like an HBCU like extension because Prime came from Jackson State, and I'm like, he didn't even attend one himself. That was the brand he wrapped his arms around because that's who would hire him at the time. He's done tremendous work. He's done the work, but I also feel weird when it's now like, oh wait, shit. Me not rooting for Colorado is now somehow, and it's an extension of the several strikes against me in the community.
I think he actually
whatever.
I think he actually did attend an HBCU.
After, right? He got after Florida State.
Yeah,
Okay. Notably, nobody knows that. I get it that you know that in this moment, and it's really relevant and accurate and true. But for
he
the
did it
sake
3
of
years
the
ago.
argument I'm making,
Talladega College 3 years ago.
okay, then that doesn't count. That's very convenient timing. A lot of this country did a lot of smart things 3 years ago on record.
Okay.
What do you think about locking down schools, Dylan?
I'm sorry?
What did you think about locking down schools during the COVID-19?
This is a lean on me thing.
I don't have any thoughts on that, David.
Well, I don't know. KJ kind of brought it up.
No, I'm not. I have zero thoughts.
Bill, you're holding a golf club. What's up?
Oh, just doing sports over here, man. These are wooden golf clubs for all the wooden golf I play.
Some real BDC energy there.
Yeah, I haven't golf since 2019, but it's fine.
You want to do a few minutes on Bama, Texas?
Oh, buddy, we could do a
Big
whole
game.
show.
We got a big
Yeah,
game.
let's do it, and then just quickly give the preview of our picks. Let's do it. What's your confidence level at?
Look, I don't think many people are expecting Texas to go in there and beat Alabama. I think some people are, but I think smart people are not. So it's like a house money kind of thing for me right now. I expect Texas to keep it very close. I'm not saying Texas is going to outright win the game. I would feel comfortable taking Texas plus 7.5. Okay, that guy's annoying. Shut up.
It wasn't that bad.
I think it's going to be a low-scoring defensive game, and I don't really know what to expect, man. I didn't know what to expect last year either, and Texas kept it closer than I thought they were going to. I don't know what to expect. It's going to be low-scoring and close. That's my prediction. I think Bama wins by a field goal. But it's going to be a good game.
Okay.
So that guy fading Dorn is taking the over and Bama minus 7.5.
Yeah,
He's
that's probably right.
he's taking the over in something else. I don't really understand what he's saying. His spelling is a little bit off.
I think Texas weirdly has an advantage defensive line versus the Alabama offensive line. They got some young guys. The interior of the Texas line is very strong. I think Bama is a little weak there. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm nervous. I'm excited. I'm nervous. I'm a little H. I don't know. All those things.
Yeah. Sounds like
It's
me
like the
at
first
15.
time all over again.
Oh,
There we go. There we go. There we
This
go.
freaking guy.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Dylan, a lot of people were saying that the Texas O-line got bullied by the dreaded and feared Rice Owls.
The much like the Alabama interior of the offensive line, the Texas offensive line, the tackles are strong. They're very good. They got some NFL guys on the bookends there. Interior line looked poor against a not good Rice team. So that is definitely a concern. Yeah, not feeling great. We'll see what Sark dials up, man.
Ross.
Steve Sarkisian. Is that how that's pronounced?
Yeah.
Sure.
It's a pretty notable guy amongst college football fans.
Look, I obviously care for some of my favorite people are big Longhorn fans. This guy in the top right corner included. Some of my favorite people, but I'm not one of them, and I enjoy watching them suffer. It's good fun. Living in Austin, Texas, where there are just a multitude of Longhorn bandwagon fans, I'm always happy to see the sadness. I feed on that. I'm a hater by nature, and as such, I will be expecting a severe beatdown that crushes their hopes and dreams for the season.
Wow. Thank you.
You're
Ross,
welcome.
what would pain you more, Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl or a University of Texas national
Oh,
championship?
it's not close. The Cowboys Super Bowl is far and away. It would be much, much, much worse.
It's gonna be a bad 2024 for
I
you.
don't get upset when the Longhorns win. I just think it's kind of fun when they, similarly to the Cowboys fan base,
get it.
they go into most years with higher expectations than they should have. There's very little logic in their evaluation of their own team. And then when things go awry, they just bitch and moan like impotent jerks. And that's funny to me.
Yeah, I get it. I completely lack the ability to be happy for my friends who experience sports joy. I can't be happy for anyone.
That's part of being a real sports fan in my book.
Yeah.
Ross,
All right.
KJ, what do you think about this game?
It's going to be a game. How about that? What's been said has been said. I'll go through it in my dip picks. How about that? Is that good?
Yeah, I just wanted to get Ross's thoughts on you broadcasting from a public library in Wisconsin.
Is that where you are?
He did that one time and gets brought up every now and then.
I was
love
in
that.
Frisco. I was out of town for the record. But yes. I
Wait,
unfortunately did have to record.
Are you really
No.
inside of a golf ball right now?
This Epcot looking background was the best way I could come up with to cover the exposed stone of my basement here in Minnesota, Wisconsin. So yeah,
Nice.
It's is what it is.
Respect.
All right, let's get to those dip picks. Now we have changed things up. We're not going to go through this. Actually, I should hit the button, huh?
Oh, seriously? Photographs.
It's my favorite drop. I don't care. I'll keep playing it forever. Every single year, it's going to come back. All right. Different than our previous years. We're not going to walk through this one by one. Spend all of the time out there on it. Give me a moment to fix the frame. It's taking a long time. Here we go. We're not going to go through this one by one. Everything's loaded, as you can see. But we will at least go through the games. If one person wants to shout out anything about their in particular pick, feel free, but we'll focus mostly on the big boy stacks. Kicking off here in a moment, Kansas City Chiefs at the Lions. Chiefs favored by 4.5. I don't know if that moved since the Kelsey announcement. Dylan, the only one on the Lions. All in on Hard Knocks.
I actually made this pick before I even realized that Kelsey was out. I don't know if the line moved at all. When was that actually announced?
Like 5 or 6, but yeah, either way.
Doesn't matter. It's game one. There's no tape, no film to work off. I think the Lions are gonna, I don't know, keep it close. This was just a gut feeling thing. What, KJ?
Okay. I'm just saying, this is not Colorado replacing 50 guys. There's no film. These are the same teams, but nevertheless, I understand what you're saying.
The Kansas City wide receiver room
is completely different. That's
it's
true.
not strong. It's just not. And it's not just that they don't have Tyreek anymore. Like Hardman is gone. They're just who's he throwing to tonight?
Rasheed Rice, SMU's.
Who's Sky Moore? You know. I'm just saying, man.
Fair.
Check it out.
Fair.
Tune in.
All right, Nebraska, Colorado. I seem to be the only person fading prime time here. I think Matt Rule is just good enough to screw things up, bad enough to where it won't matter in the long run. But either Colorado loses on a big stage like this, I don't know, playing at 10 o'clock local time on Saturday against a team who I think may be reasonably sound, at least of keeping things close, or they keep steamrolling all year. But I'm picking them to lose this, and a lot of the hype to quiet down.
I feel like the Matt Rule MO in his first year is to just burn everything to the ground and start anew. They almost won last week, which kind of goes against what I just said. But
Sneaky good game.
Sneaky good game. I just can't go against Prime. I've been too in on this.
Notice
Fair.
only one on Texas, huh? Okay.
We'll get there. But I would like to note that none of us have any faith in Brett Merriman's lifetime fandom of Ole Miss. Any reason you're picking against Ole Miss there, Ross?
Not really. I mean, just like same reason that I took a couple of favorites or a couple of underdogs in the NFL. There's like some games that I think the fan bases stretch the lines a little bit more than they should be stretched. And in the case of 7.5, that's a lot of points. I'm going to take it. And just to touch on the Colorado-Nebraska game, I can't stop rooting for the Dion train yet. Like, it's still prime time until it's not. So I'm not going to be the jackass who bets against them 2 weeks in a row and gets burned.
Can I note that I would find it hilarious if Nebraska absolutely stopped the hype train? I would find that very funny, just because
I think that's fair.
That role. I don't know.
I think that's fair, but it's like, I mean, that kind of going through the thought process, I was like, I mean, it would be too perfect if the next week they lost to Nebraska, immediately became unranked, and did nothing the rest of the season that was noteworthy. So it's like, I'm fading that obvious narrative and going with Colorado again.
Fair. Dylan, this is your big boy stack. You have the floor.
Yeah, I got under in the Texas Bama game. You got Jalen Milroe for Alabama, who had a really good week one, but he really struggled throwing the ball last season, and they played Middle Tennessee State last week, so I'm not going to put too much stock into that performance. I think both defenses are ahead of the offenses at this point. I think it's going to be a low scoring. I think Alabama is going to run the ball a lot. It's going to be a short game. And I just don't see a ton of points going up. I think the under 54 is a pretty solid bet.
Getting big. God damn.
Fair. I think you're wrong.
Damn
DB
right.
injuries. Xavier Worthy having a hell of a day. It'll be interesting.
I feel like
Um,
I
Dylan's,
hope,
Dylan's
I hope
got
that's
the
the
most.
case.
Dylan's
I'm
got
kidding.
really good reasoning, and it's kind of scaring me on my pick, but I got to stick with it.
Emotional hedging. Niners Steelers, a boring game with a close line, and I don't understand why it's this close. But David, you're on the Steelers +2.
Yeah, I think this is more of a I don't believe in Brock Purdy year 2. You talk about giving him a year with some game tape. I think the man's is going to struggle.
Fair.
It's hard to
5
disagree with that,
games.
David. It's hard to disagree with that. And it's in Pittsburgh.
That's true.
Fair.
It's a long way to travel.
It's early season though. Pickett's gonna have his gloves on. It's gonna be a little bit clammy. It's still warm outside, and it just never looks right to me. Double gloved up. All right, Sunday night football. Cowboys Giants. We've got a split here. Anybody want to speak out on the Cowboys' behalf?
Oh, Sunday night.
Yeah, I'll speak out on it. We dem boys. Oh, Stella's drinking water. It's going to be loud in here.
Sunday night.
There you go.
Oh, she's
Thirsty
lapping it
girl.
up back there.
Thirsty
she's,
girl.
She's
Slap
getting
them up. Okay.
That's my Stella.
It's just a dog. That's what they
Good.
do.
I like that sound.
Stop.
Tell her to keep going.
Okay, we're not doing that. It's my dog,
All right,
all right?
all
That's
right.
Stella.
All right, fine.
Stella, dog.
I love a big dog drinking out of a water bowl.
Okay.
That's why. That's why I took the Giants. You know. That's why.
Same reason. I'm on Daniel Jones. I'm a Daniel Jones fan. I don't know why. I think he's sneaky funny, big dumb face, but like reasonably good quarterback. I don't think he's bad to drop the bag on.
fan
And
of
Brian
the dumb
Dabble's
face.
Brian
fine.
Dabble's I
Like,
think
he's
is worth
fine.
the salt.
He's a good
That's-
tier 3 quarterback. He's fine.
That's not fun.
All
That's
right.
bad. Tier 3 is not good.
Depends how many tiers there are. Are there 3 tiers or there's 6 tiers?
Hey, I think there's going to be some tears in New York after this game.
Wow.
No, seriously. The injury report kind of scares me. Some names on there you don't want to see. Tyron Smith, some key personnel for the Cowboys, but I'm still riding with them. This is, hey, man, like I said, it's NFC Championship or bust. I'm feeling Super Bowl. Not a bit. Feeling good. This won't come back to haunt me. Cool.
All right. Hit your big boy stack.
Yeah, so I'm definitely a guy who hasn't been a T-shirt Baylor fan for the last decade plus. So this is interesting. I'm kind of branching out with this Utah-Baylor game. I don't really have much interest in it. Utah is coming in off of a big win over Florida. Their RB1, Jaquindon Jackson. I think he's going to do big things against the Bears. I think they're going to score at will. Baylor's running with their backup quarterback, Sawyer something or other. Seems like a nice kid, nice feller. Transfer from Mississippi State? Yeah, Mississippi State. He was a Leach recruit. Rest in peace to the great Mike Leach. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game, so I am taking the over.
Wow. I love it. I wish I had my finger on the button there. Unnecessary shade in a couple directions there, but I don't hate it. Here we go.
Getting big.
I forgot his last name.
I thought his last name was Sawyer, but whatever. I don't know.
Okay.
I should be. There you go. I should be on Zeke over 100 yards and 1 touchdown, but we don't need 100 yards a game for me to be correct about Zeke. I do feel good about him getting a touchdown. I almost made that my dip pick or my big boy stack of the week. However, giving me less than a touchdown against the Colts with no Jonathan Taylor for the Jags, who are favored by a lot of people to make it to the AFC title game, if not further. I'm not on that train yet, but give me the Jags -5. No doubt about it.
I like that pick. I like that pick. I do.
Bring us home with your reason for the commies.
Arizona stinks, baby. They're not good. So it's
I think I had that one on my radar too. It just didn't make sense. Like,
yeah, just one of those ones. First of all, let me just say, week 1 of the NFL is hellacious. Betting week 1 of the NFL is always you're flipping a freaking coin. But yeah, I like them to get wrecked. So give me the Commanders, which is still
man.
What is that? That's just a terrible
I'm
name.
gonna come.
Okay.
It is a terrible name. It is
not-
a terrible. Like how you get like a committee together and they come up like how is that the one you settle on?
I don't know. I
understand how that happened.
I was stoked when it happened though because it makes me feel a little bit less shitty about having to root for a team called the Houston Texans.
And honestly, that's the only worst named team in the league is the Houston
Okay, I was going to
Texans.
say they're
No
in the same
offense.
level, but sure, no. I mean, the Texans, notably, just a dog shit name, just terrible.
I remember when they were voting, like they put that to the public to vote on names, and I don't think they actually went with the public vote, but it was like the Texans, something else to have to do with space. And I don't remember what the other one was, but I'm like, they're going to go with the space option. They've got
Should've
the
been-
rockets,
Should have been the
comets, and
asteroids.
something else. Yeah,
Should have been
something
the
like,
asteroids.
like that. And I'm just like, yeah, stick with that theme, keep it going. And they went with the Texans. I don't know what the win total is for Houston, but maybe that's a season-long prop bet I'd be interested in because I do see D'Amico Ryans being a decent coach.
If we win 6 games, it's a huge, huge step forward for the franchise, and that's really saying something at this point.
Y'all should have
Only
gone
Jack
with
Easterby was
the.
there to support to celebrate it.
Okay, he will never die on this show. No, they should have gone with the Houston Jim Webb telescopes, Dylan.
Oh, that's a good one, Davey.
I think it's
familiar
see
with
back
this-
in time.
Hey Billy, are you familiar with this telescope, man?
I've seen some of the pics, yeah.
You heard about it?
Mm-hmm.
There's some wild stuff out there, man.
Yeah.
Wild
We
stuff.
are not alone, you know what I'm saying, dog?
Hey, Bill, have you seen 2001: A Space Odyssey?
Dude, so
This guy.
I'm not joking. I watched it this past weekend, but it took 3 different sittings because me and my wife kept passing out. Dead serious. Watched it this past weekend. What do you
Were
want
you
to talk
inspired? Were you inspired by my tweets about the movie? Is that what did it?
about? So I think if you've seen Barbie, which I have,
Let's go, girls.
I'm very progressive. The opening of the film. Yeah, I'm a feminist. The opening of the film is an homage to 2001: A Space Odyssey. So
Really?
it was getting talked about a lot. And I
Ah.
think that on top of you tweeting about it, it kind of just burrowed into my brain, and it's like one of my dad's favorite movies. So
It's a trip, man.
I finally watched it. That's some crazy shit. Nobody speaks a word for the first 30 fucking minutes.
Oh,
a trip.
fucking spoiler! Fucking
The
A.
camera trickery in that movie is impressive for the era, right?
I thought the dudes playing the Dawn of
Houdini?
Man monkeys were incredible. That was some wild shit. Did you know they hired mimes to play? I don't know if you knew this, but those are not real monkeys.
Maze.
Well, yeah,
They
obviously.
were
Bill.
mimes.
You can't get monkeys to just like kill each other on command like that.
No, you can't. They don't take
bet
Another
there's
direction.
spoiler. Sorry.
I bet the CIA's done
Outside.
that.
They don't take
Detroit.
direction well, but the mimes do, and they mime the hell out of those scenes, man.
Yeah.
That's
Anyway,
impressive
we're-
miming.
Hey, if
We're
you
way
like,
off track now. I'm
if
sorry.
you like memes, follow us on Instagram at Too Much Dip Podcast. It's kind of like
Sports.
mine. Hey, I got a note here before we go. I just was looking this up. That the aforementioned Jaquindon Jackson, this running back from Utah,
This guy.
played his high school ball at Duncanville, Texas.
Yeah, we know.
Who won the 6A state championship last season. That's pretty crazy. Got a number of highly touted recruits this year, and they're 2-0, looking to make it
We're
3.
empty. We're empty.
Wow.
I thought that was his dog again. All right. Well, let's wrap it up there. Before we go, you may have seen the leak tweeted out. We'll be doing this every other week, but we do want the audience to participate in dip picks this year. So go follow the Google Forms link. Put in your dip picks each week. I'll track that shit. We'll put out the records. We'll figure out a payoff. We'll make sure nobody does it at the end of the year. You know the drill. That's all I got.
That's
Ross.
that's a good comment, Zach.
Yeah.
Ross, plug yourself live on camera.
Hi
Yes,
guys.
please.
Follow me on the internet at WRBOLEN. My first name is William. That's why there's a W there. If you were wondering, it doesn't stand for winning, like you may have assumed.
No,
Winning.
I did.
I don't recommend following any of my picks this week. I always
Responsible.
lose about 10 units week 1. And then I spend the rest of the season trying to pay my mortgage. So thanks for having me, though. This was fun. I'm glad we got to talk about 2001: A Space Odyssey. That was really what I came for.
Let's go. That's what you get here, man. You never know. You never know.
And I
what
don't
we're
come
gonna
for
talk
just
about.
anyone, but I'll come for Dylan, you know.
Not tonight, sweetheart. Give me
Be
that
the
hand.
first.
All right. Well, I hit the wrong button there. I promise I'd do it at some point. But with that said,
Thanks,
It worked.
Bill.
follow the picks, watch
Love
the
you.
games. We'll be back Monday with a real show. Thank you so much, Ross. Bye bye.
Miss you.
I want my
Love you
chips with
guys.
the dip. That's all I know. I don't want my chips plain. I want my chips with the dip. Bring them pips.
Good.